Hey everyone, it is Foul Play here, and we are back doing round 5 of this modern league. Obviously, we started extremely well. With 4-0, we won the die roll, and we're up against LVC. This hand, you know what? I think I'm going to keep it. I think it's good enough. On the play, in the blind, we've got a Spirit Dancer, we've got a Dried Arbor. Those creatures should help. Mystic Sanctuary, so it's a control deck. Let's just jam core Spirit Dancer and try to race whatever they're doing. It's probably Uro. If I was to hazard a guess, white. Oh, great. Get ready for that Path to Exile. Alright, let's lead on Grispoon. The fact that they didn't path in like my draw step is a little bit confusing to me. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they've got a Teferi on turn 3. Let's go ahead and cast a couple of auras. Oh, have they got a Supreme Verdict or something that they're going to try and load into? Alright, so we brick on our land drop. Obviously, attack for 6 here. Play Dried Arbor second main. And pass to our opponent. Alright, here comes Tef. Bounce core Spirit Dancer. We can still go in and do a lot of damage with this Dried Arbor here. Oh man, this is super annoying. Start with a Hyena Umbra, that resolves. Let's throw down a Rancor now. And just going to attack my opponent's face. Put him to 10. Alright. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Well, there's another bounce. Great. Great. Hopefully they don't realize they can do it. Or we draw a Scout or something. Normally I like drawing gas, but this game's not been very good for us. Alright, so we're going to shock this one in. We're going to play a core Spirit Dancer. We're going to look to play Rancor on the core Spirit Dancer. Get that draw effect. Alright, and we hit a plane, so we're no longer mana screwed. But yeah, Jace is going to bounce, and then next turn, I guess we can play core Spirit Dancer and Dried Arbor. Field of Ruin can get our Dried Arbor though, unless we put down a Hyena Umbra. Big Teferi, okay. This is a real shame. I think with a hand like this on a Scout, we would have just won the match. Let's try for core Spirit Dancer. We can't really do anything else here. And they've got the mana leak, so that's really unfortunate. So now we can throw down a Hyena Umbra here. They bounce it with the Jace. They've now got open mana and a Teferi. Like, we lose this from here. It's a shame. Like, I normally don't like drawing, like, creatures, but here, if we drew some, like, hexproof creatures, we would have just won this. That's 3 of our 4 Hyena Umbras in the graveyard as well. I don't have any Spider Umbras in this list. So it's very unlikely we're going to have protection for Dried Arbor against Field of Ruin anymore. Also, 8 cards in hand, it's even less likely that we're going to be able to do anything. Alright, so I'm going to try something a little bit sneaky here. We're going to try a Rancor. Then we're going to yield until my second main on my turn. Then we're going to try and sneak a Scout out real quick. Alright. Hopefully they just yielded through or something. Alright, we resolve Scout, so that's massive. We can still die to like a Daybreak Coronet or something though. I'm going to try for Ethereal Armor here. Here comes an Opt. Are they running Terminus? I really hope they're not. They are running Terminus and they hit the Terminus off top. Was that a blind Terminus off top? I think it was. Man, that's some next level shit there. Alright, so we want to take out our Path to Exiles against a control deck like this and the Spirit Link. Gadok Teague is going to be good against this particular control deck because they are heavy on the Planeswalkers. We are also going to want Rest in Peace because they are a Mystic Sanctuary deck. As for cards to remove, we're on the play, so removing Core Spirit Dancer might not be the best. I think I'm going to remove 2 Griff Spoon. It loses synergy with the deck anyway. Maybe it should be Spirit Mantle. Alright, I'll do 1 Griff Spoon, 1 Spirit Mantle. Because I'm on the play, I'm going to leave my Core Spirit Dancers in because they're a great way to race these control decks. Great. Alright, we're going to keep this. It's pretty bad. We want to draw some auras. Obviously. We're going to shock in a Temple Garden here. And past our opponent. Against these control decks, especially like something like blue-white, they're going to be heavy on Field of Ruin. So you really want to make sure you do your fetch lands early, and you shock in a Temple Garden with it. If you just get basic lands, they can do 2 Field of Runes and a Ghost Quarter or something, and then all of a sudden you're losing lands, which is not where you want to be. Let's be real. Alright, looks like they're holding up some sort of mana leak. Let's play the Hyena Umbra here. They might hold out for a higher value aura there. Looks like they're holding out. Holding their mana leak, potentially remurned in hand. We'll just attack for 4 here. I don't want to play Core Spirit Dancer into that open mana. Have it countered, have it bounced by a Teferi. That all seems really bad to me. So they do an Omen of the Sea, which gives them Scry 2. And they've bottomed both cards and then drawn a card. Here comes Field of Ruin. Alright, so we'll go ahead and cast our Core Spirit Dancer. Maybe I should be leaving this in hand and this is just too greedy. We'll see what happens. If they go and counter this, we cast Spirit Mantle, attack for 6. We have them on almost a 2-turn clock. 2-turn clock if they take 1 point of fetch damage. So they cast Mana Leak. Obviously we're fine with that. We'll go ahead and cast Spirit Mantle now. They got the Force as well. Force would be super bad for us because we're just completely out of gas at this point. If they counter this, really bad for us. Alright, so that resolves. Awesome. So we do have a good clock still. So now they also have Cryptic Command mana. I do have Lethal on board if they crack that fetch land. So I'm just going to go to attacks. Make my opponent, do the thing. So they've tapped us down. So now we're going to want to cycle these Horizon Canopies. Look for a Rest in Peace to resolve. Man. Alright, we'll cast this Core Spirit Dancer here. If we cycle that other Horizon Canopy, we only have 1 mana. So it's a bit pointless. I'm going to say, they also don't have Mystic Sanctuary yet. Just got Basic Island. Playing Core Spirit Dancer can potentially force an issue there. Actually, it's probably just bad because we had Terminus information from the first match. And we potentially just played into a Terminus blowout. So we're just going to go to attacks and attack for lethal and they concede or something. Okay. Sure. Have they got something? Oh, have they got where? wear hit Ethereal Armor or Hyena Umbra. Damn, I should have cycled this Rising Canopy. Isolate. Fuck's sake. Alright. That's bad from me. We put our opponent to 2, which is nearly dead, but it's not dead. Alright, so any other attack that lands will have them dead, but obviously... Okay, Jace the Mind Sculptor. Oh god, are they putting Terminus back? They're probably putting Terminus from their hand back on top of their library. And if they have land into, you know, opt Terminus, they can Terminus us during our turn. Alright, they don't have it, so that's really good for us. Awesome. I think we want to minus a core Spirit Dancer here. Just play another Grispoon. It's really important against control decks to play 2 auras a turn. That's why I like having so many 1-mana auras in my library. In my 75, in my 60. So this hand, obviously we can't keep it. We don't have white mana for core Spirit Dancer and it's bad. Look, we're on the draw. We need a Bogle hand. This is still not good enough. Alright, at least Gadok Teeg is a Gadok Teeg, right? So bottom land, done. I like to, when I mulligan heavy, keep a Horizon Canopy in hand. That's a brilliant, brilliant draw. Just because if I get Land Flood, it's good to cycle it away. And it's more likely that I'm going to lose to drawing rubbish than what it is that, like, the points of damage are going to matter. Alright, so Hyena Umbra. And Ethereal Armor. And attack for 4. Alright, looks like they got the counterspell for the second one. Ops, oh, don't you dare have it. They topped a card? Are you kidding me? Holy shit. That's one of your nice clean 3-for-1s right there. That's just disgusting, man. That is so bloody disgusting. Alright. Rest in peace. Let's go. Potentially poetic. They are going to snap Custom Edge, get some value with that alt. Maybe Force a Vigor it. Or Force a Negation it, sorry. It's more than likely just going to resolve at this point. They're pretty far ahead. I don't think they want to fight that counter battle. Maybe I should have just gambled on a Core Spirit Dancer hand, like that six hand one. But I guess that died to Terminus as well, so it didn't really matter. Let's try for... Let's try for Gadok Teeg, right? That way any Planeswalkers except for 3 mana Teferi will... they won't be able to cast it. So there's the Path to Exile. That sucks. Path was going to get either of our creatures anyway. Big Teferi comes on down. So opponent just had it all this game. That's very unfortunate. This can bounce my Core Spirit Dancer as well. And they're holding up mana to counter it with a Mana Leak. Well, we get past Mana Leak there. Maybe we get a draw trigger and they don't bounce it or something. I don't know. It's pretty bad. If they bounce it, we don't get our Rancor back because Rest in Peace is Disenergy at this point. Grispoon's a decent draw though. They just plus the Teferi. That is very scary. It does bounce creatures, right? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So I guess the benefit of that is we do actually get to draw a card. Alright, there you go. Field of Ruin. We're down to no basics in deck now. Does my Core Spirit Dancer resolve? It does. Awesome. And that's a good draw, really. Get the extra draw off Core Spirit Dancer as well. Daybreak Coronet, not bad. We're probably just too far behind at this point, though, unfortunately. If they're plussing Teferi as well. Like, this Gadok Teeg does almost nothing because they've got all their Planeswalkers on the board already. Like, what does it matter what Gadok Teeg does now? We're just stuffed. Just dying to Snapcaster beats. Alright, well, our best chance is if we resolve 2 creatures in a turn. And they didn't just skip after that. Of course, Spirit Dancer resolved really fast, so I thought it was just going to have Gadok Teeg resolve really fast. Maybe they skip to end step or skip turn or something. But they're cycling an Omen of the Sea, putting 2 cards on bottom. So hopefully this like locks them out of their like Cryptic Command or something. They can only... Oh, they can bounce 2 creatures, but they did the plus there, so... they're brainstormed with Jace. Hopefully they're, you know, leaning on a Terminus here and they don't realise that Gadok Teeg stops them from casting it and they missequence their turn as a result. We're definitely in a lot of trouble. They've almost got Teferi Emblem. Oh, they can bounce with Small Tef. We are so boned. It definitely smells like a Cryptic Command if they're bouncing the Gadok Teeg. They even plussed the other Teferi before they played their second one, like the 3-mana Teferi. I don't think so. No, they didn't. Okay. We're like super boned anyway. Got like way too tempoed out to get there. Guess I'm gonna fetch Shock. Why not? Thin that library. Alright, so we got a couple of draw triggers there. We're going to go to attack step. Threaten to kill Teferi, big Teferi. They're just going to bounce it. They're just going to tap it? Okay. Oh, and they've got the fucking Terminus? Alright. What? I paid white, didn't I? White. Green. The little Gadok Teeg that could. Maybe they don't draw any cards, ever. With 7 cards in hand. Alright, so... Oh yeah, Jace. They exile 3 permanents. Yeah, that's super game. Oh well, we lose to blue-white. I think maybe a little bit unlucky this league, but the rest of the league we like ran awesomely hot. So yeah, I can't complain too much really. So just looking. Oh wait, what did I do? That one there. Looking at the deck real quick. Oh, that's what I did. I hit the wrong thing. All right, fix that. All right. So. I'm not sure how good Gadok Teeg is against control decks at the moment. They've got Path, they've got Aethergust, they've got Teferi. Obviously, this opponent was running Terminus, so I didn't really have a choice but to put it in. I think maybe if I play it, you know, on the critical turn 3 or maybe on a turn 4 after they expend one effect. Maybe not bringing in Rest in Peace would have been better there and just having more auras, more gas. Because they didn't seem that good. I think maybe Suppression Field against that particular build that I just versed would have been what we'd have wanted. But yeah, overall, I'm not really feeling like there's too much of a disadvantage minusing out these Spina Umbras. I think the main disadvantage you're going to find is you have less Force of Vigor targets. Otherwise, playing these white auras and not getting blown out nearly as often against Ether Gust is very good for us by a lot of stretches. And, you know, Griffspoon's still not a bad aura. Having 4 Hyena Umbra is not bad. And Spirit Mantle's obviously very strong as well. I think it showed the deck is good, but I still haven't tested it out against Bant, which is what I was wanting to test it out against. So yeah, we're going to jam some more leagues, see what I think a bit more. If not, you know, maybe we look at Mana Tithe again, or like Surgical Extraction or something. I don't know. We got to be creative a little bit because these matchups seem troubling with these Shark Typhoons, right? Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like or a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the deck list, of the metagame at the moment, any funky inclusions you've got that give you those extra percents. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for daily Bogles content and ring that bell for notifications every time a new video goes live. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.